From your observations while you've been here, Matt, what sort of a future do you think soccer has in this country?
Well, actually, one of the things that's quite surprised me has been the number of young boys that are playing soccer. I've seen one or two matches played before the main match, and quite impressive in a way. I think this is the only chance they have if they get it started in schools and colleges, and have every encouragement to get coaches for these boys. I think you'll do what you do in every other sport. You seem to climb at the top. So I think there's a chance. It's healthy anyway when young boys are playing it.
Right, come on, the lot of you, go! Go, let's keep it up. Oh, yeah. Here, good. Get the bear. Jump! Come on. Right. Oh. Come on, let's have it. Come on, Peter. Right, John. Okay. Make you run for it. Come on, John. Come on, then. Put your finger out.
Manchester United, English First Division champions. The 5th overseas team in the short space of 4 years to be brought to Australia under the sponsorship of WD and H.O. Wills. Manager Matt Busby is famous for his ability to recognise talent. Always, he has a soft spot for youngsters, more so if there's a touch of red devil about them.
Well, lad, what do you think of Manchester United?
Oh, they're pretty good.
Do you like soccer?
Of course, I'm a forward.
Ah, you know, that's a very important position. And I would have thought you were probably a bit too old for it.
I'm only 8.
Oh, well, that's all right then. A forward you are you? Have you ever heard of Dennis Law?
Yes, he's a forward. He plays for Scotland.
That's right. He also plays for Manchester United. That's him. That's him out there.
Gee, I wish I could see them play.
Well, you'd better come along then.
I can't. I've got to take Mum to a wedding in Melbourne. We're going to ride in a jet and stay at the Park Royal Motel and everything.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? We're going over there too and actually play Victoria and Melbourne next Sunday. I'll tell you what, if I try hard enough, I may find a ticket for you. There you are.
Gee, thanks. I wish I could have one for Mum too.
Well, seeing you're a genuine 8-year-old forward, I think we'll try and find a ticket for your mother. Huh? There you are.
He was the manager, Mum, and his name was Mr. Busby. And he thought I was too old to be a forward.
Yes, dear.
He didn't know I was only 8.
No, dear?
Dennis Law asked me what team I played for and if I scored any goals. Mum, do we have to go to the silly old wedding?
Yes, dear.
Couldn't I go and see Dennis practice?
Yes, dear. I mean, no, dear.
No thoughts of the wedding now. Young Bradley, drawn by the magnetic attraction of this team, can think only of the match to come. Adopted as the team's Australian mascot, he learns that Dennis Law's injured leg has not responded to treatment, and that he can't play against Victoria. A minor disappointment, but Bradley will not change his forecast. The Red Devils to win. Off to Olympic Park, the magnificent stadium built for the Melbourne Games. This might well be the biggest crowd in the history of the ground. The capacity, 35,000, gives a warm welcome to the two teams, Manchester United and Victoria. For Manchester, the near-legendary Bobby Charlton will lead the team in place of the injured Dennis Law. Despite the loss of their captain, this team contains no less than 8 internationals. As a draw card, they're a promoter's dream. A record 30,000 in Brisbane, 28,000 on a wet, dismal night in Sydney, and now Melbourne fans are out in full force to see these soccer giants in close-up. And speaking of close-ups, let's meet left half Nobby Stiles, a fullback Tony Dunn, and winger John Aston. The air of anticipation as referee Dave Maitland starts the game. The dark-shirted Victorians have an experienced defence with a sprinkling of younger players in the forward line. With only one exception, they all played football in Britain or in Europe before migrating to Australia. Armstrong, number 10, the Manchester defence slow to Marshall. He shoots, just off target there, no goal. The ground fairly buzzing with excitement. To watch them, fine. To beat them, unbelievable. Georgie Best, hailed as a genius. But these Victorians are no respecters of reputations. Already they've set the pattern of this match by taking the initiative. They've come out determined to match these Red Devils man for man, to try and win, to make it a game to remember. It wasn't so long ago that overseas teams ran up cricket scores in Australia. Times have changed, and these great touring sides form the yardstick now for measuring the improvement in Australian skill. Bobby Charlton, number 10, here in Melbourne for all to see. The master of the body swerve, perfect balance, explosive with both feet, a clever tactician, the complete football. Straight to veteran Willie Schroit, a former Czech international. A sign there that Manchester United, in the words of Matt Busby, mean business. This looks promising for Victoria, but passes must be accurate against defenders of the calibre of Tony Dunn. And here's the stamp of a top-class team. Defence into attack. Aston to Charlton. Aston again. Best on the left wing. The centre, but no Dennis Law to steer it home this time. They might miss their captain, but Law isn't the only spearhead in this talented lineup. Now the Victorian defenders are realising what they're up against. Clever teamwork, smart anticipation, and lightning reflexes. Watch this effort by Georgie Best with no balance at all. Still, Victoria can be well pleased with a scoreless first half. During the interval, Manchester makes one change and Kidd comes on in place of Cantwell. Victoria within range, but no real problems here for the Reds' defence. A fairly tepid Victorian attempt brings goalie Stepney into the game for a change. Down to the far end with Manchester sights set on a goal. Charlton to the left. Goalie Schroep unsighted. Charlton lets fly. Goalie's beaten. A goal to Manchester. Bobby Charlton, England's Footballer of the Year for 1966. One of the most prolific goal scorers in the history of the game. Manchester, but it took them 53 minutes to do it. Victoria's tongue into action show that the Red Devils aren't the only ones capable of fancy footwork. The locals are due for a reward for their efforts, but it comes in the most unexpected way. A seemingly harmless centre, a faulty header by Sadler, and the ball's tucked safely against the back of the net. And so, a goal to Victoria, or more correctly, a goal against Manchester. pandemonium reigns. It's 1-1 and Manchester kick off during play for the only time on tour so far. Now the game is alive with possibilities. Even Charlton has problems against these persistent Victorians. Once again, the lack of forceful attack counts against Victoria. A team must score goals to win matches. Victoria, though excelling in defence, seem to lack striking power. The big question is, can Victoria stop Manchester scoring and hold them to a 1-1 draw? Close game, close enough for one Manchester supporter to puff with anxiety. The atmosphere has changed dramatically. Manchester are now flat out to score, flat out indeed to win. Tony Dunn, number 3, an individual effort. Gun shoots. Goalie saves, no score. Only a few minutes left now. The Victorians, despite the weekend nature of their game, are matching these full-time professionals as far as physical condition is concerned. Time only for one last raid on the Victorian goal. Kidd centres. Best. Sadler shoots, but it's over the top. Match is finished. Full marks to Victoria. A 1-1 draw. A fine match on a first-class pitch before a large and enthusiastic crowd. Congratulations to the referee, David Maitland, for his skillful and unobtrusive handling of the game. For Victoria and Manchester, a match to be remembered. From Olympic Park in Melbourne to the Showground in Sydney for the game against New South Wales. This is the match